Y'all just are like, cut the show. You're done. You're done falling for illusion. You're done falling for potential, like that energy. And if you're not, you're about to be after this, right? And this is what I'm telling you. And who am I? Just keep listening. Just keep listening. This energy of being stuck in this anxious loop because we're taking on what other people say about our future. Okay, what we can expect, what the future looks like. And these are these illusions, these stories that sound nice, but it's keeping you out of your reality. And it's keeping you so far future oriented. And there's nothing wrong with that inherently, but it's the basis of where it's coming from. And a lot of these, what people are saying, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're allowing to take in is coming from a space of you don't have it. And almost like the power is not in your hands. And so I'm waiting, I'm watching, I'm hoping, and I want something so bad that I gotta wait for somebody to come deliver it to me. Or like this dream, it's like a attachment. I'm lusting after it. Let's say this is a relationship. There's so much lust and chemistry and sensuality and desire around it. Maybe I'm attached to that feeling, that experience that I want so bad. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that all the way, but it is when your power is given to somebody else and you're getting strung along and it never happens. There's two different scenarios here. There's one or two different realms where this is coming from. There's one that seems like it is listening to a fantasy, a story like about your career, about your future, about, what you can expect, things that people can't really tell you unless they're actually truly psychic, but you really have the control of your reality. So like, it's really up to you. At the end of the day, you have your free will, stuff like that. The other realm is there could be you people, there could be some of you who are in relationships or wanting relationships where they're telling you like sweet nothings and stringing you along and telling you what will happen, and they're just full of potential and they're giving you illusions and they're feeding you lies, and they don't have anything to really show you for real that they're serious, but you're holding on to the hope or the fantasy, or you're so involved, and this is tough, in lust and the physical connection and the chemistry that you're overriding. It's like rose-colored glasses. You're overriding the fact that you see in real time, real life, that they're not really about anything. They don't have anything. It's potential. Not only is it potential for what you truly need, like the true connection, but then we're kind of stuck because you're allowing your fleshly desires to take over everything. You're holding on to something that's not for you. So whether you're holding on to a person that's not for you, or you're holding on to a story that takes your power away, it takes your free will away, either or, there's still an energy of getting strung along, and there's still an anxious attachment to the story, to the person. And we got to be done with that. We got to let it go because you're so much more powerful than that. I hope that was clear, because that was very messy. And I already knew this was going to be messy and a little bit difficult because it can show up in different ways. Overall, this feeling of, and you have to be very attuned to how you feel when you hear something, you feel something, you communicate with somebody, and then you have to own up to your decision making, to choose to listen, to choose somebody, to choose to put yourself in this space where you're basically letting someone else dictate your actions or keep you from acting because of something. And maybe we'll get into it when we get to these reflection questions, because I don't know what that something is. But it's like we're looking for something, and instead of allowing ourselves to find a way to give it to ourselves, the feeling to ourselves, we're outsourcing it to something else, somebody else. We're letting the fantasy and the illusion take control, and it's somewhere far in the future. And that means, guess what? If I'm thinking about the future, letting somebody tell me about the future, I'm listening to somebody say, oh, the future is going to be so great. But in reality right now, you're kind of like twiddling your thumbs and you're feeling anxious about the future. What do you think is about to happen? Like, what good is that doing? And I'm not saying like, hey, snap out of it and get back to reality, because it's still a great thing to daydream. It's still fantastic to have this vision and to fantasize. Like, that's part of your creation. But we're acting like we don't have choices and options. We're acting like whatever's in front of us, whatever's being told to us, is the only thing that's true. And so a part of me feels like, and if you're feeling triggered a little bit, that's fine. If you already made that decision, like, no, I'm not falling for no more illusions, then you know I'm confirming you. It feels like you don't know your power. It feels like you forgot that you're creme de la creme. And the world is your oyster. And if something's presenting to you that's not what you want, fully, truly in the present moment, there's some other way that you can get what you want right here, right now. And you have the power to create that emotion right now. Because sometimes it's not even, oh, I want this person, I want this job, I want this thing. You want the feeling of the thing. And guess what? You know that you can recreate the feeling of the thing, but you can't if you're too wound up in the illusion, in the story, in the sweet nothings, in the dream that they sold you. You can't focus on choosing right here, right now, if your mind is in the future and you're also anxious because your nervous system's not even calm enough to find a solution if it's a problem. Some of us are not even clear on exactly the feeling that we're wanting. Oh, you want this. This is the life that you're going to create. Oh, all this money, all this love. Do you even really, huh? Is that what you truly want? Is that really going to make you happy? You got to figure that out. I feel like this feels very messy. This feels messy. And I feel like it feels messy because that's the energy that these energies can put you in. Very confused, very anxious, very like, what's going on? I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm waiting for the resolution. You told me that they are going to do that. You told me that that's how they feel, but I'm not seeing that that's how they feel. I'm seeing very much the opposite. You're telling me that you love me and you're going to take me, fly me here, and you're going to pay all the bills, blah, 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 and you're going to do this and do that, but I'm not seeing anything line up. I feel anxious, like my brain, heart, my eyes, my ears, my vision, all of these things are all misaligned. Whew. And that's why this feels scattered. So if you're in a scattered energy, I would need you to really hone in on what are you listening to? What are they saying? Are they stripping your power away? Do you keep going back because of a fantasy and illusion, because you almost feel like you can't give it to yourself? That's the only reason why you're going back to it, right? It gotta be. I don't know why you're going back. You're holding on. You're staying in this realm. There's 4:04 on my clock right now. I'm gonna write that down. Error. Page not found. I wrote some things down, so maybe I should just read them. There are these anxious loops that are happening from getting strung along with anything, whether it's what you're listening to and watching that's telling you, oh, this is going to be happening, but you're not seeing that happen. You're waiting and watching and waiting and watching. Next thing you know, months and months and months have passed and nothing has changed. I'm anxious. What are you talking about? Things are misaligned. The anxiety comes from, first of all, you being out of the present moment, number one. Number two, just so many different, this devil energy. Endevilment, it means like in the mind where you're two-sided thoughts, where it's like back and forth. I see this, I don't see this. I hear this, I don't hear this. Like, what's going on? Your power is, you don't even have the power right now. So that's that anxious looping is happening. And that's stringing you along because you're getting sold a dream. There's also this point of too much lust and desire. So maybe if you want something so bad, you will almost wait your whole life to get it. And I want to mention, if somebody is like relationship wise, if somebody is not what you truly want, or like you have these rose colored glasses on because there's a strong physical connection, like, oh, it's so lusty, I need you to clock yourself on that. I need you to be like, yeah, the physical chemical reactions are way strong, taking over everything. And that's allowing me to put myself down low, right? You're not standing in your power. You're placing yourself underneath this person who's giving you a lot of physical attention, and it feels really good. There's less energy, but you're allowing the breadcrumbing. You're allowing them to not treat you right, but because they... Oh, baby, don't worry about it. I can make it all better. Oh, don't worry. Next week I got you. Oh, we're going to go on here and now there. You're like, okay, Zaddy. Like, you got T-minus 2 weeks to show me. Because you don't deserve to be in that energy, y'all. You don't deserve that at all. To be strong alone, you don't deserve it. And you have so many more choices and options available to you. You have more options available to you, and you have the free will of choice. And when you can see yourself as up here, top notch, you won't allow the energy of back and forth breadcrumbing, just yapping energy. It's like, if you ain't coming correct, don't come at all if you're not backing it up with action. And so when you actually start choosing to eliminate people and situations and energies that do that, ideally, you and yourself will stop start being shown. You will start backing yourself up with your own actions. Whatever you want, you will do. You will follow through. You won't be back and forth. It will be very clear. You will have clarity. You will choose. And a lot of you have the power. You know you're good at choosing and making choices. And being direct and having the vision and making it plain and following the steps and doing X, Y, Z. And like, you know how to follow through. You know what you want and how to get it. So why are we allowing the opposite to infiltrate? Let's get into it. But you're done. You're done. You just know if something's making you anxious and not aligning, you're done with that. And we're getting more stable into the right now reality. And if there's still a feeling that you're wanting, you know that you can create that feeling right now. You're too high quality to accept delusion, y'all. I'm just reading my book. So let's get into some of these reflection questions that I wrote down. This still feels very messy, and I don't apologize, because I feel like this is truly the energy of this message. There's just this strong feeling of anxiety, and that anxiety stops us from moving forward. It keeps us holding on to what we want and desire and lust for so bad, and it's like we're stuck, we're stagnant in that, and we stay in this loop. And yes, I'm even talking to, if you're watching a lot of tarot, if you're watching a lot of readings, and that's good for when you're trying to figure out what's going on. But when you're using the tarot to figure out what somebody else is doing, and they're saying all 24/7, back and forth, 7 days a week, every time you listen, all you're hearing is something that you know for a fact is not okay. Let me not go there. But your internal spirit will know if something's truly resonating, or if you actually need to pull yourself back from it. If you know that, okay, I hear what they're saying, I've been hearing what they're saying, but it doesn't feel that way in my reality. This doesn't quite feel true in my reality. This person is not quite exhibiting all those things. It's not quite resonating, but I'm holding on to the fantasy and illusion. I hope, I wish. So at that point, I encourage you to figure out what it is that you're actually hoping and wishing for. What is the feeling that you're hoping and wishing for? What do you want? And like, say, if it wasn't that person, what is it that I want to feel? And then decide. We don't have to wait for that future person to give you that future feeling. We can eliminate the person, number one, and then we can bring that future feeling right here. We can create that feeling right here. If you're lonely, get a dog. You know what I mean? If you are lonely, go volunteer at the daycare, and you're going to get all the love from the kids. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to really be aware of what the feeling is you're looking for. What are you lusting for? What void is in your heart that you feel like you can't get anywhere else from that one person or from that one thing? And understand, like, wait, actually, yes, I can give myself that thing if I really name the actual root of what I'm looking for. And then that power is within you. And then you're not so hung up on, you're not holding on to that specific thing, idea, person. Hopefully you're still rocking with me. If you're gone, then that's fine. I completely understand. Reflection question number 1, why did you hold on for so long? I'm not judging. Of course, I never would. Because if you already know, and I don't think I really spoke on it that long, but I've held on to some things for a long, long time for this exact reason, which is why I can speak on it. There's been people who've shown potential, and I've had this fantasy and illusion, and it was like, dang, I feel a real high on this. And I'm hoping that you come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give, I want it. Right? But the reality was showing me something different, and I had to find a different way to fulfill myself. So I'm speaking from experience. And I'm not going to judge why you held on so long. But you can ask yourself, why am I still holding on? And I don't know where that's going to take you. But just ask that question. It's like, why am I holding on to something that's not showing me what I deserve right now? Why am I holding on to a story that's clearly not helping me right now in my present moment? If it's not helping me elevate, then what are we listening to it for? Is this the only option? Am I even allowing myself to see the other potential options, the other ways of fulfillment? Or am I so laser focused on this dream I'm being sold? Not the dream that I gave to myself, the dream somebody else told me. The dream that ain't even based off no sort of actual factuals. Is this the only option? I doubt it. Are you giving your power away to a story, situation, person, or fantasy? I'd rather rescue myself. I got a lot of songs coming through. That's from the Cheetah Girls. I think it's called Cinderella. I think I'm just leaving that right there. Are you giving your power away? You know what that means. Letting somebody else dictate your reality through and through. And you ain't got no say in it. You're just, oh, my hands are up. Whatever they say goes. And then the last question I said, did you know you can create the feeling right now? That's a rhetorical question. So anyway, I think I'm done yapping. Let me look up 404 before I forget. 404. Let me actually search it and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing, like, not angel number wise, but like, why is 404 important? So you remember I said, I feel like I'm close to the camera. 404, error not found, whatever, page not found. It says the 404 page exists to provide users with information and redirect them to another page. There's something about like learning information, redirection. Instead of understanding, learning, making a choice, saying, okay, I know what I know, I learned what I learned, I see what I see, and I'm going to choose a different direction. Instead of holding on to like, well, but maybe it'll change. If you reach a 404 error page, are you going to sit there and wait for the page to like suddenly do its thing? Or are you going to back out and go to another page, a page that works, a page that's true, a page that's real? Or are you just going to sit there? Oh, I know it's not working. I know it doesn't exist. I know that this is a dead end. But I'm going to hold on to it anyway. No. It says, so make sure that the information on the page is easy to read and understand. You're letting the user know what went wrong so they can try again to find whatever it is they're looking for. I know you're looking for things. I feel like we're calming this energy down a little bit. I know You have the desires of your heart, and you have the vision, and you want to experience so many fantastical things. And that's deep love and deep connection and a fulfilling life. And you want that person, and you want those kids, and you want that lifestyle, and you want that home. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I know you want understanding about what's going on where you are. And I know you want to trust what people say. This is still messy. But there's a practical sense here of almost like data gathering, understanding, taking the rose-colored glasses off, seeing things for what they are, and adjusting instead of holding on to something that's clearly not working. If you want to find what you're looking for, you have to be willing to let certain stories go, certain people go, and be willing to make the choice to say, I'm done here. This is what went wrong. This is what we learned. Let's take what we learned and let's move forward. Let's welcome in a different story. Let's be open to a different partner. Let's not entertain the past. Let's not entertain illusion. Let's not entertain potential. You have the power to make something shake right now. Let me go up to this other one, because that wasn't really an angel number message. That was just like a legitimately 404, which is interesting because I went to like the practical thing of it. But now here's the spiritual one. You can listen if you want, but I'm basically done with the message. But if you want to hear this, then stick around. And if you are still here, put 1111 in the comment section. Because that's new beginnings, that's forward movement, that is newness, and I think that's what we want. We don't want to keep looping in an anxious fueled story, system, experience, love, relationship, whatever. It says number 4, so it's breaking it down. Number 4 resonates with endurance, loyalty, mastery, patience, and practicality. And it has all these things, but like I'm not going to read all of them. 0 resonates with the energies of eternity and infinity, continuing cycles, not the good kind either, and flow, and the beginning point. Number 0 stands for potential and or choice, and is a message to do with developing one's spiritual aspects, and is considered to represent the beginning of a spiritual journey and highlights the uncertainties that it may entail. I'm going to read these next 3 paragraphs, so if you can stick around, I think you can. I'm going to speak slow, so hopefully we can absorb it. This comes from the website, I don't know. Let me back out and see. Joanne's Sacred Scribes. I feel like that's the one that comes up the most. Joanne's Sacred Scribes. So, angel number 404 is a message that the hard work you have been toiling at has brought you to where you are today. Serving your divine life purpose and soul mission with passion, confidence, and enthusiasm. Keep up the great work you have been doing, and trust that you are surrounded and loved by the angels and universal energies. Angel number 404 indicates that you are being surrounded by helpful, loving angels who wish to bring you peace of mind and joy of heart. Angel number 404 indicates that you are being given support and encouragement along your path, and when faced with an obstacle, rest assured that your angels are most willing to assist. Be assured that solutions to any issues or problems will soon be revealed. Angel number 404 is a message that the angels... Alright, okay, I feel like I'm reading the same thing. They offer inner strength and support to enable you to get the work done that you need in order to attain and achieve your goals and aspirations. You have nothing to fear in regards to your life, work, and divine life purpose. The angels support and surround you. Encourage you to keep. Okay, oh my gosh. Last but not least, see, that felt like a loop itself. Oh my gosh, we're saying the same thing over and over and over again. Even when it's good things, like how often do you need to hear it before you take action on it? You can hear good things all day long, again and again and again. Nothing's gonna change until you change. Woo! Until you take action, until you say, okay, I hear you, the fantasy, the good things, they're all here, they're all waiting for me. But like, do you think that's just gonna, like, yes, of course, a great mindset, a positive mindset, a mindset that is in alignment with that vision is necessary. Those seeds are necessary. And watering those seeds with your thoughts and beliefs are necessary. But faith without work is dead, and we already know that. So what are you doing right here, right now? And are you letting potential and like loops keep you from moving, keep you from doing, keep you from acting? If you're stuck and stagnant because you're waiting and watching and hoping, listen to what your heart knows to be true, and listen to what matters most. Embrace your truths. Okay, I think we're done here. It's getting way too long. Look. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not apologizing. If you stuck around and you know this is for you, you got that 1111 down in the comment section. And I'm gonna wrap it up. Like, let me just see if there's anything else wants to come through about this. You're done. You're not falling for illusions. You're not falling for potential. You have power. That's what I want to end this with. You have choices. You have power. You have control over your reality. You don't have to wait for somebody else in the future to give you what you want right now. That's giving more manifestation type vibes now, ain't it? If you're noticing feelings of anxiousness, super lusty feelings of holding on so tight to the story, to the person, because of what they said, what they make you feel like, it's out of your control. I need you to pump the brakes real quick and just do a little bit of reflection. And ask yourself, are you really being fulfilled in this present moment? Yes, no, why, or why not? Who is in control here? You got the power.